All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday.
Come on now, let's go!
Ready.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Ready. Ready.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Come on,
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Off the play fake, Costello. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They run. Devontae Freeman. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, it's Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. 4th and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yard situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Delaney Walker, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. Good
starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the right side with Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey.
Yep. Go. Hey, go.
On second down now, it's Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge. If you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Costello. And that's complete to Lewis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, ended up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On third down, Costello. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
No!
I know you ain't got it. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Get it!
2nd and 14.
Let's go. Big shit right here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Here, go.
Looking to throw. Costello. He's got Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you great opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right?
Slam, slam, slam. Watch
Snap.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. And I'm not sure this is going to stand. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Ain't no such thing as a mix on travel.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On the double. 6-6, pull it high. 25, check 25. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
2nd and 11. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Costello. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it's now 21-7. It's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Costello. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 77 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and that will get him one closer. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down, here's Henry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Looking to throw. Costello to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
That felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Sam off. Don't get nervous.
On second down. It's Henry, and he's got room. A gain there of 21 yards.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Rock it.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Off the play fake. Costello. They'll roll him out right. Towards the end zone for Brown. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
53 for Mike. Hey, Haywood.
Off play action. Costello. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, 76 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost are. That, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw on 2nd down, Costello. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You draw quarters. SOS. Coming. Ready?
From the gun, Costello. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you, boy.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
X3, 218, chopper.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. They'll give Henry another shot. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Jam. Hey, switch gears.
Here's Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And two stops. Protein spin.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Yeah. Hey.
Check 53 is mine. Check 53 is mine. Watch the crowd.
Operating from the gun, Costello. He gets it to Brown, complete. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
53's the mark. Shot 53. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Hey, Zoo.
53's the mark. Silver.
Play. Hit it.
From the gun, Costello. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Campbell down. That's caught inside the 20. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Room here to run. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Derrick Henry. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Costello into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 9 now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Walker came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go. 30 base.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he connects with Ebron. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he stopped immediately there. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Hey, Delta.
Small. No. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Again, it's Henry. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. To throw on 3rd down, Costello. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Campbell making the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down, and they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. They'll look to throw, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens.